This past weekend, we learned about Jesus' final hours alive on earth. If you missed it, please go back and watch or listen to it on Meck's website, mecklenburg.org, the Meck App, or Meck's YouTube channel. What was not discussed last weekend due to time and the fact that it could have been a whole talk in and of itself was the conversations between Jesus and the other two men who were being crucified at the same place and the same time as Jesus. The book of Luke, one of the biographical accounts of Jesus' life, which we've been following during this series, records the conversation like this. One of the criminals who hung there hurled insults at him. "Aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us." But the other criminal rebuked him. "Don't you fear God," he said, "since you are under the same sentence. We are punished justly, for we are getting what our deeds deserve. But this man has done nothing wrong." Then he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." Jesus answered him, "Truly, I tell you today, you will be with me in paradise." At this point, Jesus had been brutally beaten beyond what any of us can truly imagine. He had been mocked, spit on, forced to walk and carry part of his own cross that they would kill him on. He had suffered insurmountable pain. He was nailed to a cross, hanging there and waiting to die an undeserved death. And with his final breaths, he gave grace and mercy to a criminal with whom his final breaths chose to put his faith in the true power of God. My brain cannot comprehend that, but it doesn't have to, and it doesn't need to. What my brain can comprehend is that God honestly loves everyone. There is no bias when it comes to God. There is no prejudice when it comes to God. There is no discrimination when it comes to God. There is only the same kind of love given freely to literally everyone. Let that sit with you today. Let it stir something inside of you. Because if that is what God does for us, and if we are called to be more like God each day, then we have a lot of work to do. Because loving others unconditionally is not something that naturally comes easy for any of us. So talk to God today. Ask Him to show you where you've maybe not extended that loving acceptance to others. And pray for Him to help you to remember in those encounters that Jesus was able to show love, even from the cross.